Hello everybody, we are in St. George, Utah, on our way back up north. Yep, we're gonna go visit family up there, and I'm going to a card show. We're going to DI's, Savers. I don't think we'll hit a Goodwill in Utah if we don't have to.
Oh, I am.
You're gonna hit that one Goodwill?
The car show is gonna be my overpriced babysitter.
That's true, it's gonna cost a lot.
Thrifting.
But I'm gonna sell everything, I promise. No, I really do. I do put a lot of stuff up for sale. I enjoy it. That is my happy place. We're in St. George, Utah, which is southern Utah right now. About what, like five and a half hours from northern Utah. So we are stopping at this DI right now, Deseret Industry. If you guys don't know what it is, it's a very popular thrift store in Utah on the West Coast.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna go look for some deals. The good thing about the DI is if they have stuff, typically
priced
cheap.
Decently.
Yeah, it's priced decently. The shoes aren't that expensive. It's just whether they have stuff or not. So if they have stuff, we should get good deals. I'm excited. Are you excited?
Oh, yes.
I'm excited. Are you excited?
I am excited.
Let's go. You ready for this?
I am.
Let's go. Dawn is back in the glass section, hoping she can find some more of that frosted Lalique glassware. She did really well on that stuff. We're trying to get more into glass. It's tough for us because we haven't really done much of it over the years we've been picking and thrifting. So we're trying to learn, always be pushing yourself to learn new things. Now this is my section right here. This is the toy section. Of course I'm looking for action figures. I'm looking for retro stuff. I'm not seeing a lot of that at the moment, but pick stuff up. That would be cool if it was cheap and it had wheels. That doesn't have any wheels at all. I was wondering what this was right here. It was a little bit more weighted than you would expect from a Burger King type toy. I was thinking about getting it, but I looked it up and I dropped it, and it was a Burger King toy, so it wasn't worth much of anything. Here is a plush tip. Always look for interesting and unique animals. This is a seahorse. A lot of times this kind of stuff can be worth some money. Look this one up. This particular one isn't super valuable, but look up interesting animals, ones you don't see all the time. This kind of looks like a My Little Pony. It's something from like the 80s or 90s, but in general, look out for My Little Ponies. They're gonna sell well for you. That one isn't one, but look out for the real ones. On to the hat section to see if I can find anything. The cool thing about St. George is there's a lot of elderly people here. So you're gonna find vintage hats from time to time. I'm looking like that's a vintage hat, just not of anything of consequence. But I love finding vintage hats here, and also I can find some good sports hats from time to time. I saw this from across the distance, this Angry Birds Bluetooth speaker. Now, always be curious about stuff you see. This one I wasn't thinking was going to be worth much, but I wanted to double check. It unfortunately isn't worth much, but it's kind of interesting. This also very interesting. I wasn't even sure what it was at first, $25. I'd never seen a bag like that, and it actually is a rim to a bike rim, a nice one, like for a road bike or something. I couldn't find much on it, and what I did find didn't give me enough to make me feel like I should buy it, but it might have been worth it. What do you guys think? Tough stuff, guys. I used to read these all the time back in the day. Before they had eBay, this was how you decided how much your cards were worth. Plus Bo Jackson, what a legend. Finally found something at this thrift store. This is a Dawn issue 2 Prove 'em Wrong pair of shoes. They're super bright, Nickelodeon style. They were $15. Dawn is Donovan Mitchell, used to play for the Jazz, and that might be why these are here, because Donovan Mitchell recently got traded to the Cavs. These are in great condition. I should be able to get like $35 to $45 on them, plus shipping, not bad at all. Staying on the theme of basketball shoes, this is a pair of Nike Kevin Durant shoes, but as you can tell, there's a lot of heel drag on the top and the bottom, meaning just a ton of wear. It's not gonna be worth it even at 10. They're just not in good enough condition. Now we're gonna check out the activewear section at the DI. This is where you're gonna find jerseys. Jerseys can be worth money unless they're Darren Williams. That one right there is not gonna be worth much. You're gonna find with jerseys, they need to be like of typically vintage older players or newer players that are still on the team. If it's not too old and they're no longer on the team, they're typically going to be overpriced at the thrift store and also not worth a ton, so I stay away from those. Dawn had a little bit better luck at the thrift store today than me, per usual. This is a 1989 Tomy toy. It's a turtle. I would have overlooked this, honestly. 50 cents. Somebody has one brand new for 150. She's going to ask about 50 OBO. We're going to see what we can get. This is actually worth a bit of money right here. This should get us about 60 to 75 plus shipping. Another one I would have totally overlooked. This is an old standby we found many times, a Kool-Aid jar. That should be like 10 or 12 bucks plus shipping. We got this Wizard of Oz plush. We should get $10, $15 on that plus shipping. And this is a popcorn seller, I guess. And it's a nutcracker. It's $5. We're gonna ask $65 on this plus shipping. Pretty good finds by Dawn today. Dawn was also looking at glass stuff in the collectibles case. This is all about getting an education. This is Tiffany & Company. It's a bowl. Unfortunately, it isn't worth it for the price they're asking, but now we know how much that's worth if we see it again in the future. So Dawn is under the impression that she won that thrift store. Like we're having a competition. This isn't a competition.
That's
we're
what
a
the
team.
people want. The people want me to prove.
You got 3 $50 items plus,
Or
right?
more. Yeah.
Or more.
And I spent $650 again.
Wow. My most expensive, well, I just got the one item and a mouse pad because I needed that for my computer. And I just got those Donovan Mitchell shoes for 15 bucks. People are asking over 100. Solds have been 25, 35, and I think you can get even more. The thing about finding Donovan Mitchell shoes in Utah right now is he just got traded. Yep. He got traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers, so maybe people are getting rid of Donovan Mitchell stuff here in Utah.
Yeah, exactly.
Still one of my favorite players. Great player, but their loss is my gain. I'm going to sell it. Even if I double my money, I like selling nice shoes like that. They're in very good condition.
They're
colorful. Cool. I know, they're all colorful and awesome. They're called Prove 'em Wrong Kid is they're Dawn issue 2s, Prove 'em Wrong Kid.
I love
They're awesome. They got a lot of cool details to them. I like them. So anytime you find cool shoes like that, look them up. Shoes are definitely not my gig usually, but I do look them up if they look interesting. And this DI here in St. George always has good shoes. That's the one place I can consistently get good deals on shoes. So I'm excited about that.
Can you believe I seen him and I even asked him, did you go to the toy section or not? And that's usually Carrie's best place.
I did go though.
And he passed over that 1989 Tommy, what do they call that? Preschool pull toy.
I had no idea it was worth that much. None.
I've seen the Tommy on the back of it and I was like, what
Tommy's
the
a good
heck?
brand, yeah.
Yeah, and then I seen it was vintage because it said 1989. Also, that Fisher Price bear, it was right there in the stuffed animals right by it. And
I
it's
looked
only
through.
$1.
At the start of this video, I was going through the stuffed animals, I believe. So.
Well, he messed up.
Hey,
I won.
This game, reselling, is a game of constant education. Hopefully, even when we're joking around a lot, you're learning a little bit about what to look for.
Here he is.
I definitely am.